This is a live look at David Booth Memorial Stadium in Lawrence, Kansas. We've reached a defining point in the season. Week 8 in a huge game here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Baylor Bears and the Kansas Jayhawks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Checking in with the Jayhawks head coach before the game. This running back has been unstoppable this season. He is ranked top 5 in the country in rushing yards, and people are starting to mention his name in the Heisman talk. He is really devastating at the line of scrimmage, showing patience running behind blocks, and coach said he belongs in this conversation as long as he keeps his head down and continues to do his job. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. The Bears headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. He'll bring it out. It's Parker. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. This quarterback part of their running game. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
The run inside. It's Edwards. Crosses to 40. There's some room. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Well, obviously, the running back has been the big story for this offense all season long, and the coaches talked about this in the offseason. They had to identify the right guy in the portal to help this offense be physical, to generate explosive plays, and really take them to the next level. They found their guy. This guy's been so good each and every week. He's been able to take care of himself, stay healthy, and he's gotten better as the season has gone on. And here we are, guys, late in the season. He's in Heisman contention, and he's got this team knocking on the doorstep of a college football playoff berth.
Great move. Now he's got room. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they are on the move.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got it run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get...
Oh, he's got some space. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
How nice is it to be an offensive coordinator and you call a pass play, but your guy turns it into an explosive run? Like, that is so much fun to call. Good protection up front, but he just sees space so well. They drop back, he finds the holes, and, man, before you know it, he's just chewing up yards and making big plays.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas.
Now, coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did. And they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They make fun of kickers saying they don't have to worry about contact, but they do in situations like that. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Looking for space. It's Turner. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Lagway wants to throw. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Ball was incomplete, and I think you got to give a lot of credit to this defense up front. That pass rush, they were coming on that play. Got after the quarterback, got in his face, and did not let him feel comfortable.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Lagway. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. The Jayhawks rock out to start this drive. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Running inside. It's Edwards. Shakes off the defender.
Well, in recent years, Kansas's offense has been most dynamic and most dangerous when they've been able to run the football. That was certainly the case when Devin Neal was there. And so who's going to be that new guy? David, I know they went to the portal to bring some familiar faces, maybe some guys that a lot of Kansas fans may already know about based on who this team has had to play, but no question, they've got to run the ball.
I want to say know about and not like this in the past, right? Edwards was over at Kansas State. Now you switch to the Kansas uniform, and Rock Jock Jayhawk is excited about him. Andy Kolkonecki coming back to the Kansas staff. This is an offense that likes to run the football. They want to be physical. That's how they start on offense.
And great job getting in the backfield, making it very difficult to him to make reads and understand what the heck's going on, bottling him up. That's the biggest thing. When you play a running quarterback, you want to bottle him up. You want to set those edges really, really firm and make him turn back.
He's looking deep. And that pass is caught at the 25.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Got it behind the line. It's Pickett. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
The give on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. They'll go right back to the run.
I love the awareness by the defense there. 3rd and long, everybody in the building thinking this is going to be a pass, but up front, they were very, very aware that they might see run. They did a really good job playing with their eyes. They rally to the ball, they get the TFL, and now they set up 4th and long.
He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Bruh, I didn't
And
even
as
see
the
you was
ball
in
makes its
outside
way
kick
into the end
formation.
zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Baylor sends out the offense to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Flagway. Got a man. It's Freeman. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And they've dug themselves a hole in this football game. I get it. Obviously, defense has not played great on the other side. But this possession right here, man, this is big. Get the passing game going. Get a little bit of balance going. I think they need to score on this possession to take a little pressure off and kind of get that defense juiced up.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
They'll go right back to him.
And
the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I like the bounce back for this offense. You go 3 and out, they don't get frustrated. They don't get down.
Boy,
nice job going
vision.
back to the drawing board, creating some good plays. Now here in a rhythm, moving the football.
And the Bears are flying down the field. Throwing, Lagway. Caught by Williams on the left.
These are simple routes, the drag routes that go across the field, but they actually can turn into huge plays.
I'm
You
gonna pick
see
that shit out,
all the
Justin.
speed on the outside now, wide receiver. You get it in his hands quick. He can go make a play, make one guy miss, and maybe next time he can make an even bigger gain.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
The Bears pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
It's a chess match.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That
Got a little grass. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just...
Touchdown, Bears! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
He'll bring it out.
Hey,
It's
that was
Parker.
sick to do.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but some...
I need some water while he do whatever he doing.
You just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Edwards. A very short pickup there, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again.
Blue 22.
Just feeds the running back. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Gets the back moving. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air, it's Marshall. Makes the grab. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And a lot of times,
got some fast linebackers,
you know,
man.
linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
2nd down, he'll throw it. The sweet feet buy a little time. He's going to run it. Looking for room at the 40. And this is why a mobile quarterback is a defensive coordinator's worst nightmare. He has just been running wild all day.
Hey, man, this defense, they look a little bit frustrated. Like, he's done this time and time again here in the first half, and it's still early in this football game, but they got to find an answer for his legs. Like, he's chewing up too many yards, making too many big plays. Got to find a way to make him one-dimensional and make some bad things happen when he tries to take off and run the football.
Running to the left. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
Tight end now in motion. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Slings it downfield. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
I can't get a green.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Looking downfield, it's Marshall. Fires to the right. Got his man downfield. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down.
We're just going to have to slow cook Jason.
He is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a
He
good
play a little
route runner,
smart.
got the speed, got the complete
He got a
game,
little
so you
something in
definitely
him.
want to highlight him,
But-
and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
Ready, ready. Blue 85. Blue.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts.
Hut, hut, hut.
They'll go right back to him. Could be an alley. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down.
Love the work by the running back on that drop play. He sold like he was going to be pass blocking. At the last second, got the handoff, and right away put his foot in the ground to get upfield.
The give on the counter. They didn't get a
God
push at
damn.
all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Off the RPO, complete. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And that's really good defense. That's discipline, man. Understanding covering top to bottom, but not leaving the running back with a lot of space. They throw that football out to the flats. They break on it right now, give up absolutely no yardage. Nice job seeing it, breaking on it, and making the play.
And they've converted their first 2 third-down opportunities, but a 3rd and long is a different animal. Off play action. Steps away. Hit as he throws. It's picked off, and that's number 10.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading
play.
the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Handoff to the lone back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This offense has really struggled, and I think
This the area of the field to get freaky though.
One explosive play to happen to
Right
hopefully
here.
galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Here's Lagway to pass. On the left side, grabbed by Williams. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Great play by the cornerback. In this offense, they're just trying to get this receiver the ball quickly to see if he can make something happen. But that cornerback was draped all over him. Nice job.
Lagway from the gun on 3rd down. Right on the money.
He got it through.
Gets it out to the 16-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
He got it through.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And the Bears getting set on 1st and 10. Looking for a crease. It's Turner. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Finds his man. It's Livingston. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on 1st down.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
Lagway wants to throw. He wants to go deep.
Thank you.
Intercepted. Oh, what a play. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. The run inside. It's Edwards. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get
I don't like
nothing
Dylan
on that
taking all
play.
these hits, bro.
You know, as a defense,
really
you kind of
don't
want
like
to
it.
force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
So now it's 2nd and long. Quarterback may change this route. Back to throw, it's Marshall. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Love the competitive nature by the defender on that play. That's just a 50-50 ball, and that defender swatted it away.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. He's got him in the flat. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. The Bears call a timeout. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Now we get a timeout called by the Jayhawks. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Trying to make magic, breaks into the open. And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game.
When you start to get that offense going and start having success, you've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go, you on the sideline, you in the game.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Back to the ground game on the left.
There you go.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Jayhawks. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You're getting out, Coach Jason.
How big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. These corners backing off a bit. Under fire. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Lagway unloads it downfield. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. He's got it on the left. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there. The Bears will line it up on 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Lagway. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Throw. throwing, Lagway. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
It looked open.
This is obviously not a
It
great
looked
start for
real
this
open.
quarterback here. 2
I
interceptions
don't blame
already
you.
in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be?
Ready. 30.
Running inside. It's Edwards. Got enough for the first. Turning it on. Past the 20. Touchdown, right choke, Jayhawk. Great job by the back on the option. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Here's Lagway to pass. Here's a heat. Quarterback gets enough. Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, kind of
That
the
boy in
unofficial
trouble.
halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports Desk. First up, a look at Michigan, taking on the #1 team, the Indiana Hoosiers. And it's the Wolverines, with one of the biggest wins in program history, taking down the #1 team in the country. This ball club now stands at 7 wins. They've assured themselves at the very least of a better than 500 regular season. Here now some other games you may have interest in,
Well, I said
and social
momentum
media has
shifted.
some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Defense playing a bail technique. Right back to him on the ground. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
They'll try to power their way ahead. He's going
Let's
to
go.
lose a yard on that one.
Let's go.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Fourth down, Lagway. Throws to the wideout. He's
Split
got
that
it
hoe
up,
through
and they
there
roll
again.
the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Well, that tells you a lot
Enemy
about their
split that
confidence
up.
in this
Good
quarterback.
pass.
4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And the defensive coordinator was really pleased with his unit after registering 3 sacks last week. He wanted to add a few more wrinkles in their blitz packages to see if they could build on that in this game. So far, they hadn't gotten to the QB until that last play just now. Now let's find out if they can crank up the heat.
Flagway wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. They're setting up the screen. He stopped short of the sticks. They tried to pick it up with a screen, but they'll be facing a 4th down.
It's a nice effort by the running back, but in that 3rd and long situation, it's just too much work for that running back to convert that 3rd down. Really, nice job. Got to give the defense credit. They surrounded him, got him to the...
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Flagway to throw for it on 4th. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Yeah, and see, I have no problem being aggressive near midfield. I got no problem whatsoever. You get stuff, but I think you have to show your team, like, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to continue to try to make it, even in the second half when things are getting tight.
Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed. They're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end just finding a hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it?
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him, working away.
That's on
nice
me.
job being on the same
That's
page,
on me.
getting the first down.
God damn.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Edwards. Here's a little room there. Touchdown, Rock Chalk! And the beatdown has ensued. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he punctuated that drive by ripping off a 38-yard run for 6. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25.
Dylan Elwes the GOAT, dog.
Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game.
Oh,
David,
hell
they've got to
no.
score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute.
Nah, I already got a
They gotta
94
be
speed.
super aggressive. Down 24,
running back committed,
you're
so
gonna need 3 touchdowns,
we good.
3 2-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Rushes on him. They get to him as he throws. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. And the Bears headed quickly to the line. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Flagway. Going right back to Williams. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Flagway. Hauls it in. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. The Bears have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. It's complete to the left. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And the Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Bears! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
And no doubt, first half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Power ahead. Snowed under by the defense.
And these decisions to go for 2, you see
yeah,
more and more
this
of it
Justin
throughout a
Cousin.
game, chasing points.
He one of the
and then in the end,
commissioners
you
of the
wonder
league,
if this
so.
just comes back to bite you.
He'll bring it out. It's Parker. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Gonna run it. It's Edwards. Got enough for the first. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
The Jayhawks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to the ground. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Marshall. Dumps it off in the flats. There he goes. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Pickett. Could not make his way to the corner.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. It doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
It'll be 3rd and long. Might be changing the route. Stopped right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a 4th down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Motion from the back.
Bridge. 776 Campbell.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Unloads to the
Oh
wideout.
no, I had RB wide
Oh, he
open.
dropped it. Just didn't
Oh,
look
my
it all the
God.
way in, and they'll turn it over on downs.
RB.
The decision to go for it does not pan out.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by
Damn,
a ton
he
of
was wide
points.
open.
They're not going to come back here in the fourth quarter. So you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, you got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
Got a man. It's Collier. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Booster. Ready, go.
Throwing, Lagway. Complete to Williams over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Bears in the hurry up.
Take it. 290 mountain. Q. Go.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Makes the grab. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
95, 96 break.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to pass. It's Lagway. The quick out. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Looking for the goal line. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. And they'll send 5 wide receivers out, maybe creating some room for the quarterback to run. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Baylor! Looking for the 2-point try. Here's Lagway to pass. He goes in for the 2, and we have a 10-point game.
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that 2-point conversion.
Damn, man.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Parker. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. The Kansas offense returns to the field. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of first downs. I need 2. I need 2 first downs, and I'm going to let that clock tick, and I walk out of here with the W.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Ready. Blue 22.
To the air. It's Marshall. Got it set up on the outside. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Throwing on the run. And here's the pick.
My God.
And they need that right now.
That's just frustrating. You know, you're an offense. You're in a great position. You're up by 2 scores. all you do is take care of the football. Premium, taking care of the football. We're trying to run some clock. We're trying to get out of here with a W. Turning the football over is the worst thing you could possibly do.
Flagway wants to throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Nah, I'm not going to sell. I just can't let him slow
now.
quick.
Here's second and long.
Here we go. Ready. Look. Ready, go.
Looking to fire. Lets it fly. Caught at the 25. Finds a seam.
Oh, my God.
And after being in a huge hole, they're all the way back. Just one possession away.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Kansas offense out there poised and ready to go to work. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Oh, my fucking
And they're not
God,
on
bro.
the same page there. Here we go. 3rd down and 1. Let's see what you're made of. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker.
Black 14, black 14. Sure.
They'll move the tight end. On the snap, it's Edwards. They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the first down marker.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Send the tight end in motion. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Edwards. Good, solid tackle.
Yeah, and there's a lot of pressure right now on this down if you're on offense because your last 2 plays have gone nowhere. You know the defense just needs to get the football back to give their team an opportunity to go win the game, so you're probably going to have to throw to get this first down. A lot of pressure here on the quarterback, Dave.
Yeah, and how I throw, I think, is important. This is a time where I love moving my quarterback outside the pocket, making it an easy throw, or let him run the football, and if he doesn't get it, the clock still ticks. It's still my friend.
Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the direct snap, it's Jenkins. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look.
Joker.
Direct snap. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down. The Bears call a timeout. That'll be their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. 1 more yard on this second down might just put an exclamation point on this one. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to put a bow on this one. Timeout taken by Baylor. It's second.
How to
And
do it,
they'll
my
still
boy.
have 1 timeout left at their disposal.
Good comeback. It's
Running
not
out the
enough.
clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will, throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. He didn't really get too much
Still
of that
got
stuff.
230 on the ground.
You got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David.
All right, y'all boys and girls. I'm at this hoe.